is Stewart Lobby.
Good morning, everybody. It's very good to see that you're seeing us. We've moved from one pub to another, so we're now broadcasting from the Black Horse, which is somewhere where my misspelt move was very, very visited very much. Anyway, I was going to have a real go at that dreadful woman. What's her name? Sue had something or other. Braverman.
I don't know how it's pronounced. It's Braverman.
But anyway, let's go back to talk about a week after the King's speech. My alma mater, the sainted Financial Times, actually has got an article saying Sunak is harming the UK's climate reputation. Now I wonder why he's doing that. What he's done, I think, what he's done, this is a political move, because what he said, right. It says, by the usual standards of government, a year away from the election, Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has got on the agenda that as alleged of oil companies, King's speech, given the scale of the challenges faces the UK, is especially unfortunate that it puts so much focus on drawing short-term political divides with the Labour opposition nowhere. It is more evident that in the plan to mandate annual licensing rounds for the North Sea and gas drilling, this is unlikely significantly to slow the decline in production from a dwindling reserve. So why is he actually doing it? Possibly because the Conservative Party has a huge number of people who are investing in BP and because they have huge dividends once they've got into power, once they've in their financial statements. So why they're doing that? But then again, it goes on because last September, September the 30th, he brought out some other little things about harming climate change. For example, he stopped the final day which EVs can be bought, right? Now, what's the point of that? That people, the rich people, the Conservative Party, they can't buy EV cars. Finally, he changed the date which gas boilers can be taken, kept before bringing in the heat pumps. So what is he doing? He's just trying to actually gainsay Keir Starmer. It sounds like it, doesn't it? And it sounds like he's a bit bonkers, quite frankly.
I must confess this. I think that British politics overall, never mind the parties, is in a mess at the moment. We've got second-rate people, and I'm talking about local as well as national and international. The world will be lucky to get through this period.
Well, didn't I say to you some time back that I happen to know Boris, and when he was a prime minister, he made sure he would pack his cabinet with second-rate people.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of them might usurp him.
Yes.
And that means we are left with a bunch of no good politicians, as has now shown up.
Mm. But did he have anybody worthwhile to choose from?
Well, he didn't. He doesn't.
Oh, right.
Well, then again, what's happened now? We've got Lord Cameron. A wonderful man. He used to be a neighbour of mine in North Kensington. A lovely bloke when he was going shopping, but I don't think he was much of a politician, quite frankly.
No, I agree.
He was one of these people who didn't quite know why he was prime minister. And now he's been taken back as a foreign secretary. God save us all.
Yeah.
He is a man who tried to negotiate to stay in Brexit. And where did he get? Absolute nowhere.
just to make an analogy, it seems to me that it was a Blackpool football team when it was on its downward, went and purchased Stanley Matthews to help them when he was 50. I mean, it's.
No, Blackpool didn't get it because he went off to Stoke.
Oh, that's right. So he did.
Well, that's where he got the knighthood, don't we? Sir Stanley Matthews to you.
Yeah. Indeed.
Actually, when I was a kid, I was taken to Chelsea by my dad every 2 weeks. And when Chelsea was playing against Blackpool, I saw Stanley Matthews, the last of the dribblers, went past 5 people and then banged the ball in the goal. He was an absolute saint, wasn't he? He was a brilliant, and he was in his 50s, for God's sake.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I mean, he was really a master of his trade, was he not?
But we don't. There aren't dribblers anymore, are there?
No,
just
no, that's right. Let me ask you this, though, going back to politics, Stewart, because that now a number of stories, including those in your favourite paper, the FT, are suggesting that there is a little cabal in Westminster amongst the Conservatives who, if they don't like somebody, get rid of them. They got rid of Boris, they're getting rid of Suella, and so on and so forth. Now, are you aware, because you're much more politically aware than I am, are you aware of these cabals existing? And B, if they do exist, do you think that they're dangerous?
Well, I think basically, what's her name? Again, Suella Walla Walla Walla. What's the other one called? Louise Chichi Chichi Bang Bang. I can't remember. He was what was his name? The Chancellor, previous Chancellor.
Oh, it's Jeremy Hunt.
No, but what was his? No, it wasn't Jeremy Hunt. It was Chichi Chichi Bang Bang, wasn't it? Something or other.
Yeah. It's a strange name. Yeah.
What's your question? You mean there are these little cabals, like basic on the Farage model. There's these little conservative, too conservative for their own good, in my estimate. I don't think at the end of the day that they get the kind of power they need. I think they are thorn in the side of the Conservative body, but I don't think that they can really usurp the big, because, well, the thing is, there's such a majority at the moment, is there?
Yeah.
But of course, it seems to now that look at our local parochial thing, where we had 40 councillors, didn't we? And I think they had 20, and we had 9. The rest of the opposite had 19.
Right.
So when the polls happened, the Conservatives were wiped out completely.
Yeah.
And even now, I think the Conservatives 20 points below Keir Starmer, aren't they?
Well, he's well ahead. Let's put it that way. Yeah.
Which is a bit of a surprise to me, you see, because I think that politics have been colonised by celebrity.
Yes, and those who want to get a decent salary, as they see it.
Quite so.
Yes.
It's like Boris, he doesn't. You don't vote now for the Conservative Party. You vote for Goddess, for Boris as a person, because he's very good on television.
Yes.
Same thing happens for that dreadful man in America.
Well, I mean, I think Sunak had an element of that, because in the House of Commons he makes a very good speech, but it's there are no trousers to it.
Yeah. Well, again, you see, but you've got one of the good things going for them is that Keir Starmer seems to have had a charisma bypass. So he's not going to actually get any followers on that basis, is he?
No.
He's not charisma of the year, is he?
No.
But mind you, Angela, what's her name?
Yeah.
She's got charisma and nerve as well.
Yes.
And she's got the good.
She's outspoken.
And the poor sort of speaking.
Yeah.
Only if I keep thinking about him is that he ain't no bloody good,
But I still take my view that I've been espousing since we almost started Mirador. We've got 650 MPs in Westminster. I wouldn't give you tuppence for any of them.
Well, no, my take on this is that basically, unless they get a cabinet post, MPs have just jumped up social workers.
Yeah,
That's what they are,
they
aren't
have
they?
no power.
Yeah, they have no power.
Yeah, I mean, the whips, they're important to the whips because
Yeah,
if they need a gun, yes,
the
that's right.
numbers. Yeah.
Yeah, but
But
other
if
than that,
you look at the Green Party here, which as you know, I think is totally managerially incompetent, incompetent, and what and I just look at what they're doing, and they're just social workers
well,
social workers wasting our money. As a
yeah,
matter of fact,
I'm not even sure that they're competent social workers, Stuart. I mean, is the late Stephen Catlin is the politicians that we've got made a big fuss about it and so on and so forth. We as a television station offered to take on his secret garden as a memorial to him, which he's very proud. I've been badgering the local council, please give us permission to get on with it. No, it's not forthcoming. Are they doing anything about it? Leaving it to go into a jungle. Well, if they can't manage a simple thing like that, God help us with anything that's more important.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're going on the Green Party locally. I'm terribly worried that we're going to end up like Brighton was a year ago.
Yeah.
Because you remember the love over the politics situation, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
Because I'm a bit psychic, and I said that this time that the Greens are going to get the most seats because climate change.
Yeah.
It's a sort of that password, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
And
Now,
got,
like all good
yeah,
journalists, Stuart, you've got the inside track on local politics. So, what's going on, if anything?
not a lot.
Yeah, right.
What's a lot on what?
Now, where do we stand on some of the issues that you've raised? First of all, what I call the Phoenix Project. What's happening there? Anything?
Yes, the SBNPA have decided on a 4-month moratorium. They are not going to do anything for 4 months. And it's easy why to know why, because me and another campaigner, an investigative journalist, which means a nosy Parker,
right?
I went into the company's house, and it turns out that human nature, which is trying to build a 700 house green utopia down there, hasn't got a lot of money. In fact, its 21 financial statement says they were 8,000 in debt. So you've got to keep a watch on that lot.
Yeah.
And then we got the Charleston fiasco.
Well, now I'm going to ask you about the Charleston fiasco because you and I went down there and left a message, and we haven't got any response from that. So they obviously got something hard, but they're about as competent as the Greens.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
They're hand in glove with the old Greens, aren't
they? Yeah. I mean, that's silly nonsense. And there was what about the bus station? Where do we stand on the bus station?
God only knows.
Exactly. So we've got 3 key issues there where nothing is happening. One has got a moratorium. The other is a multi-million-pound project and they're 8,000 quid in debt.
Well, no. I mean, what's happened is that apparently the bus station for Lewis has been put in Ringmer.
And that's it defies belief, doesn't it? John Henty can't be with us today because he's gone off unexpectedly to London. But he could have got Max Miller in to write some funny lines about this. I mean, it's beyond belief. It's musical stuff. We won't need musical to come back, but not in the halls of power. Right. Now, Stuart, the other thing is that it's Conversations with Stuart is your big program, and you've been hoking around. I know that you're hoping to have Max Hastings on. And have you got anybody else in your sights?
Not at the moment. By my friend Barney Smith, I was going to ask, but he's not very well apparently.
Oh dear. Well, I know Barney. Barney would be a very good topic, I would have thought.
Well, I don't think he'd like me to say this because I think he's got Parkinson's.
Well, I've got Parkinson's, for God's sake. Yeah.
Well, I spoke to him last night about it. Said that Keith has got it. He's a bit worried. I don't think he knows what he's got it, where he's got it, all that kind.
All right, right. Oh well, I've got the formula for handling it. So get him to come and see me.
Well, in fact,
is he coming down to see you?
Yeah.
All right. I'd like to see him.
Well, that'd be very nice. Yeah.
Yes. Right. Stewart is. I went past the White Hart yesterday and saw all sorts of things out in the roadway, the entrance. And it's rather sad in some ways, isn't it? I mean,
I find it very sad. Yeah.
Declan has been absolutely a perfect host here at the Black Horse, and Harry Atherton, who was on from France yesterday, took one look at this pub and said, "I've got to get there. I've got to get there." And he's quite right; it's a beautiful, delightful pub. But it is sad to see the iconic hotel, Tom Payne's old stomping ground, in this sort of state at the moment, isn't it?
I think it's very sad, but they wanted to retire, and that's their prerogative, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'm not. I think Cliff and Sally have done a marvelous job there. You know, I mean, people sort of say, "Oh well, it's fraying at the edges," but it's an old hotel.
I know. Well, people say to me, "What kind of place is it?" I say, "Well, it's the sort of place as when the phone rings, the shower goes on."
Yeah. Yes. It is iconic. I mean, nobody really knows. It is a listed building, and sometimes I'm not sure that I understand quite what that means. But nobody really knows what the new people are going to do it.
One flank of it fell onto the Wycherley's office.
Indeed, yeah. The balcony collapsed, didn't it, or the roof, or something. Have you got any feelings about what you would like to see happen to it?
Well, I'd like the swimming pool to remain because I used to love going to it, but I don't quite know.
I understand that Cliff is going to retain that.
I think he is, but it might be special, just their own family pool where they'd be picky about people using it. I don't know. I'm not sure. You never quite knew what was going on, were you?
No.
It was lovely. It was lovely for us. It was very, very nice.
It was.
And also, we had lots of people coming and going.
Yeah. And I have to say that Declan is behaving in the most courteous way, really looking after us here. We are very fortunate people. Very fortunate.
Well, Declan is a great friend of mine because back in the day, my middle daughter was working for him in the Elephant and Castle, and my middle daughter is a bit of a very, very, very clever person and a bit of a goer and all that kind of thing. And I said to him not so long ago, I said, Declan, you know that my daughter Lily has had a child. He said, "Oh, really? That's wonderful. She's still ruling the world."
Actually, it's Declan. Declan, tell us about the new chef who has been delayed in arriving.
Tell you about him.
Hey?
Well, his name's Ashley.
Ashley, yeah.
Yeah, he does the kitchen down the King's Head. I met him down there when I was working down there.
Right.
He's a young, trendy chef. He makes these burgers called smash burgers.
Oh.
But he does an absolutely fantastic roast as well. So you'd be pleased to hear that.
Right. Now, I'm a regular for the roast on a Sunday. He does a decent roast.
Very good roast, yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Now, there you are. I was going to say today was a signal day that the new chef was arriving, but he's not until next Thursday. Is that right?
But he brings some of his utensils and plates and gear in later on this afternoon.
Right. So the transfer is beginning.
Yeah. So I've got menus I can show you as well.
Oh yeah. Have you got one there?
Yeah.
Can you bring it over?
Only on my phone.
Oh, well, bring your phone over. People like people like to see you. Actually, yeah.
I'm just a bit busy.
You were on the other day, and you got rave reviews. In fact, Declan is triggered an idea from Harry that the little town that he's in should actually twin with Lewis. Now it's very difficult twinning, so we've got to find a way to form an association, and it's part of it is going to be with the Black Horse.
I'm going to print you a copy of
You what? Sorry.
I'm going to print a copy.
Okay, we'll do a copy later in the week, shall we? On Friday. Okay, we'll let you know what's going to be on the menu on Friday, and because opening day will now be a week Thursday.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, there we are. It's changed all around. Whichever day he comes, we've got to be here. Yeah. Right. Are you up for anything else here today, Stewart?
Not really, no. Just worried about my book.
Oh yeah, now most people know Stewart is a published author, and he is. I'll see if I can reduce this because I can't switch it off unless I do. And the sun is in my eyes. Stewart is a published author. The Friends of Rathlin Island, and is it Friends of Rathlin Island or just Friends of Rathlin?
Friends of Rathlin Island.
Yeah, it's a thriller set during the Troubles. He and I both served in Northern Ireland as journalists during the Troubles. He's written a novel about it. I've just ignored it. But he's now writing his biography. Is that right?
You said you read it. You read it.
Oh yeah, I read your book. Yeah,
you read it when you were in. Where was it?
I was in Kosovo.
Kosovo, yeah.
That's right.
Same sort of place. Same sort of place.
Yes, well, indeed. Not there were some similarities. There we go. I got down here somewhere.
Anyway.
There we go. Yes. Now, so say to the clip, because I'm going to turn the camera around because of the sun to turn us off to say goodbye. So Stewart is back with us. He'll be here every Wednesday, and he's got a wide remit. He looks after the local politics for us. He looks after bringing in very interesting people to interview, and he's also still got his eye on the energy situation, which has got a bit quiet recently.
Well, yes, because the gas price has gone right through the floor.
Right.
And that's why all this thing is going on.
Right. So all the profiteers
yes, but have our gas bills gone down? No, they haven't.
No, they haven't.
Because this place, our country is run by a 6-company cartel.
Right. Yes.
That's British
Now
Gas.
you've carried on about them before.
Yeah. The British Gas, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's English. Then you've got EDF, which is French, money going out to France.
Right.
Then you've got Npower, German, that's got money going out to Germany.
Right.
Npower, E.ON, that's German. That's money going out there. And then there was SSE, which is run by the Spanish.
Right.
So they're coining it. For example, at the beginning of 1922, okay, British Gas, which is the biggest of the cartel, so the period from 1st of January 22 to the end of 30th of June, the British Gas made a gross profit of £1.3 billion, which is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And what did they do with it? They gave the CEO a £2 million salary, and they doubled the number of shares that the investors have. And the rest of the money went out to Centrica, the mother company, which British Gas is part of. to get some money in to actually,
To the shareholders.
yeah.
Yeah.
Therefore, the shareholders or the poor people who had these tariffs, they didn't get any money. They didn't get anything from it. They didn't get anything from the gas price dropping. So see, this is reckless profiteering, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
If anybody is ahead of the game in making sure that they stay on the straight and narrow, it's you.
Yeah.
So we look forward to each Wednesday just have an update of where it stands, because the last time that we got a huge increase, we were all taken by surprise. They're not going to surprise us this time.
I don't think so. Unless Mr. Putin actually wakes up and then starts having a go again.
Yeah, I mean that war has gone quiet now. It's a war of attrition rather than frontline stuff, isn't it?
Well, I had a very, very long conversation with my great friend Sir Donald McCullin yesterday, and like me and like John Swain, he's had enough.
Who is he?
Don McCullin.
Yes.
Famous for war correspondent.
All right. Okay.
Very famous. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And what's his view?
He's just had enough.
Right.
Well, he's old, you know.
Yeah.
But he's a brilliant war correspondent.
Yeah.
He's got a knighthood for it.
All right. Wonderful.
And you can have enough of wars, you know.
Yes, I think you can.
I did about 10 for Financial Times.
Mm-hmm. Well, I only did 3 or 4. That was enough. Yeah. Okay, say toodle pip.
Toodle pip, everybody.
And there we are. We'll be back on Friday morning here at the Black Horse, and we're going to have the menu that is going to be excellent next week, the middle of next week, and you must all come along and try. And what were they called? Smashed burgers?
Smash burgers.
Smashed burgers. There you go. That's a new trend. Smashed burgers. That's what we're all going to have.
Yeah.
Till then, toodle pip.
Oh, it's a nice day, isn't it?